Good morning, gorgeous babes. I am back. I am so happy to be chatting with you guys about the Babes of HD, the Human Design Certification, and be back into work. And you know that like cliche saying of like, when you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. It literally feels like that. Like, I'm so excited to be talking about the Babes of HD so much more and be back here and serving all of you guys. So if you are new, welcome. I am Amy Elizabeth, and if you're not in our private Facebook group, I'm actually going to go live there next talking about empaths through human design. So go hop in there. So I'm so happy. Okay, so I wanted to share what's happening right now is I'm triggering a lot of coaches. Talking about the integrity of a certification, specifically human design certification. And I feel the triggers, I'm seeing the triggers, it's all out there. And these triggers are for coaches or are happening to coaches that utilize human design but are not certified. And that's okay. That is okay. I am not out here saying what is the right thing. I'm saying what I know I desired, and I'm going to talk about how this all came to be, and what I know a lot of other people know is necessary because of the depths and the layers of human design. So before I brought human design out to the world online space, I was having a conversation with this couple that I admire and respect, and we're talking about human design, and you know, I was talking about readings and the vision that I had moving forward and all of it. And the man in the relationship, he had said to me, you know, don't you think you should be certified to do this? You know, especially if you're bringing this out to other people and offering readings and programs and all of these things. And I was like, It's like, well, you know, I know a lot. He's like, yeah, but there's so much, like, this is a huge system. And the way that you want to bring this out, like, don't you think you should be certified? He said to me, I would only join a program or work with somebody that was certified. And in that moment, rather than being triggered, rather than being like, well, I know enough, you know, I'm doing all this studying, I'm doing all this research, I know enough, I can learn it on my own. I was like, that's a very, very good point. So in that moment, I was expanded. I was very expanded. And for a second, I was like, no. But then I was like, yeah, you're right. You're right. So I was like looking into where I wanted to get certified and all of these things. I'm going to share this story over the next couple days in posts too. But this was really the turning point where I was like, you're right. If I want to be in full integrity and have this at the forefront of my business, I do need to be certified. Not just to say that I'm certified, but to actually go through the process of learning everything the proper way. Just like I would learn a math formula, just like I would learn, you know, going to teachers college and learning how to teach and all of the topics. Just like I took courses in university, I would go and be taught by someone else and learn. You know, and learn and be the student and be a really good student. So, and just like, you know, somebody that is religious and looking to be a pastor, they don't just read the Bible and say, oh, you know, this is what I'm teaching now, right? There's a whole process, a whole journey. There's so much to learn, so much to take in. So I'm so thankful to this person for expanding me in the sense of like, oh yeah, because so much of the coaching industry, so much of this online space is our own embodiment, right? Is our actual own embodiment, our own journeys, our own being that gives us enough credentials, right? We are teaching what we have moved through. We are expanding people. We are setting the stage of power and alignment, and people wanting to calibrate to our energy and our power and our alignment and our mindset and all of those pieces, which is incredible and amazing. But this is a whole other dimension. This is not just coaching. This is a whole logical, systematic system, right? And we need to know the right pieces of it in order to properly integrate it into our business. So after that, what I did was research all of the places that I've already kind of been looking at, but I wasn't really drawn to anything. So Anyways, I found the best possible place, the most credential possible place that I could possibly find ever, right? I went to the best place. Hello, gorgeous. And I joined a certification program, and I was like, I'm in, I'm doing it. He's right. Absolutely. I cannot be in integrity in my business, running a business based on human design at the forefront of my coaching if I don't have all of my ducks aligned, right? It's the only way. So our personal alignment in our design is so important, right? And that's not something that can be specifically like, here's what you do, check the list off, learn the things, study it. That's a process of experimentation, of doing, of being, of aligning in your own self. But the actual being able to teach other people is a totally different ballgame. So anyways, I had a sales call. I signed up for a sales call. It's like, tell me more about this whole thing. What's it look like? What's it entail? Yada, yada. Also, I don't like sales calls. So this was like also a big step. So did it. I was like, okay, done deal. Like I'm signing up, like, and say it. And then I went into it, and during the time I was teaching full time. So this was not a convenient thing for me. I had both of my girls at the time. I was teaching full time. So I was catching up on every single week, which was about 2 hours a week of live video. I was catching up at nighttime or on the weekend, and it was like, part of it was really painful. I'm not gonna lie, it was really painful. It wasn't engaging, and I was like, oh, like I need to know this stuff. I need to be taught. I need to learn it from, people that are more experts than I am. So anyways, went through the whole thing, learned, studied. I took everything that they were saying, put together my own stuff, like really, really, really next level learning, student. So then afterwards I was fully certified, and I also started to take other programs and other courses from other people to hear it in a different way, to, feel more aligned to people's energies, to learn it in different languages, right? Because human design is a language of its own, but the way I wanted to bring it to the world, that wasn't really sitting the way that I wanted to talk about it. So I just wanted to hear it in different ways, etc. So so I got certified, and I have other programs and other things under my belt. This isn't a place of you must do this, but it was definitely an integrity for me. And why I created the Babes of HD was because I know that there's other leaders out there that feel exactly the same thing. I know that there's other coaches, other leaders, other people that want to be taking human design to the next level, and understand that there's depths and layers and so much more than you're ever going to learn out of a textbook in order to teach yourself. It's just not possible. Like, are you going to learn all of the things in math class that you're meant to learn by yourself at home reading the textbook? No, there's so many more pieces, as we know, specific to our design, of how we learn the best. So when I was getting all of the invitations to create my own certification program, I was like, oh, okay, if I'm going to do this, I have to do it properly, right? I have to really think about this. This isn't something I'm just jumping into. This is not something that, the invitation is here and I'm just going to run with right now, because this is big. This is like really, really important, So I really took my time and played with so many different ways of how I could put it out there. And the only thing that kept coming back to me was all of the pieces that I wasn't completely in love with in my programs and what I went through in my learning and my certifications. I was like, what would have been the most aligned, most ultimate way for me to be certified? So I started to integrate it there, and I really, played around with the timeline a lot, because there's so many different programs, right? There's 6 weeks, there's 12 weeks, there's a weekend, there's, crash courses, there's just basically all of the things to say that you're certified. And I was like, this is not an integrity for me. Like, there's no way, after all of my studying, that I could even just, start this and take a weekend or a crash course and be like, I'm certified, woo, look at me. So I was like, what would make this ultimate for me if I were to redo this? So I came up with a year. And I was like, that's a lot. That's a big commitment, Amy. That's a big commitment. That's a big commitment for me. That's a big commitment for people. It's like, there's no other way to do it. It's a year. It is a year. And I literally sat on this for a long time, because it really freaked me out to commit to something that big every single week for a year. But I was like, this is the only way to properly teach, to properly learn. And for those of you that don't know me, I am a teacher. I've been a teacher for 10 years. no longer, but this is like this is me, right? I am a teacher at Heart and Soul. I'm a 5-1, so this is like literally it. So it's like, this is the only way that it's going to be effective for people, where they're actually going to take the information, integrate it into their brains, see it in a different way, create their own intuitive voice, because human design is a lot of your own intuitive voice. It is, but we have to be able to pull the facts and the information before. So this is the only way that people are really going to be able to learn and build upon their learning. So I created modules which are about 6 weeks, and we literally dive into one aspect of human design. We dive so much deeper than anything you're going to read, anything you're going to YouTube, anything you're going to Google. It's not just the surface. Hello, gorgeous Caitlin. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Jess. So it's like, it has to be here, and we have to do it this deep. We have to. If I'm going to teach it, I'm going to teach it all in. So case studies, quizzes, actual experiences from real people in the program, Q&As along the way, ultimate support between our calls, PDFs, creating our own book, 2020 language, right? This was earlier, but 21st century language, how to integrate it into leadership and business, like everything I wish I had in one package I created, so that people don't need to go anywhere else. You don't need to go anywhere else, right? You also are not fast tracking anything. We're also building upon every single module, so it gets deeper and more layered, as human design is, right? So that is my story part 1. This is my story part 1. I am so thankful for the person that expanded me in stating to me and asking me, well, don't you think you should be certified? And for that short moment of me being like, yes, I should. You're right. Instead of being triggered and be like, no, I can do this on my own. And the Babes of HD is a huge commitment. It is 1 year. This is a learning program. This is not a transformation program for yourself. This is a transformation program in your business, but this is learning. This is something that you are going to be able to take and pull and put into your business, right? And this is why I also provide access to anyone's designed to join my group program, which is based around their design. So projectors are in PPP automatically, however many times that runs within the 1 year of our program. MMP, Money, Magnetism, Sex, and Power for Manny, Jens, and Jens. The Manifestor Matrix for manifestors, because it is so important that you align yourself. That's for you, right? Those programs are for your alignment in your design. This is for your learning to bring to other people. So people have taken my programs before and felt that they are now certified to go run a program on their own. And that's fine. They can go do their thing. But my programs are designed for your personal alignment, not for you to go teach. And there's a really big difference between what I've created in the Babes of HD certification versus PPP, MMP, Manifestor Matrix. That is about you. Your deep dives into aspects of you and your alignment, not a whole entire system, not the most foundational base of everything you need to learn, not the depths of how that applies to people. It's not. It's totally different. So anyways, I wanted to share this because I don't think I've never shared that actually. And it was a huge turning moment for me and a huge light bulb that went off. And I understand right now that people are being very triggered by what I'm saying. And I'm saying it from a place of, if you want human design to be a huge part of your life and your business, you do need to be certified. Plain and simple. If you want to be la-di-da-di, hadi-yadi about it and throw it out here, throw it out there, draw people in and know some aspects of it, that's fine. You can do that. But this program is for the people that want to dive in to the proper learning, to the expertise of human design. That desire to be in full integrity with saying that they are utilizing human design and they have properly, officially learned it all. Good morning, gorgeous Nicole. So anyways, this is part of my story, and I'm so happy to be sharing this, and I'm going to be writing posts about it the next couple of days and share this with anyone else that has been on the fence and they're like, I don't know, do I need to be certified? Should I be certified? I don't know. I'm kind of triggered by her saying that you need to be certified. Am I talking about human design in my business? Am I utilizing it? What do I want my business to look like? How do I want to integrate human design? All of the things. Share this with them, because this is a really important message, and it's really calling in those leaders that desire more, that desire to be these responsible, powerful leaders that really know their stuff inside and out. So I love you guys. Have a beautiful day, and I will talk to you later.